testosterone for your morning drive.
But when you know you've got a problem, how about tell people and be honest? What's going on?
Going to war on cancel culture and bringing the spotlight on issues and topics from around the city of Jackson.
I feel like Jackson, Mississippi.
No one else wants to talk about.
The whole system is corrupt and evil. It's unreal. And they don't care. And everybody knows that. It's just sad.
And fights for the soul of America.
I'm going to need y'all to explain to me what a positive solution is, because you positive solutions only people have been in charge for a while now. And I'm not seeing too many positive solutions.
You never met a motherfucker like me.
Strap in, turn up the volume, and get ready, Jackson, for unfiltered, no sugar added talk radio. It's award-winning podcaster Clay and
Boom, shakalaka boom. You've tuned in to the free range human show of choice, daily dose of reality radio. It starts right now. This is the Clay Edwards Show. I am, of course, Clay Edwards, coming at you live here on 103.9 WYAB, the 50,000 watt blowtorch. Inside the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. Of course, we're streaming worldwide and live this morning on the Mazda of Jackson live stream at Save JXN. And appears to have a problem loading to Rumble this morning. Not sure what's going on there, but we are on X. We're on YouTube. We are successfully on TikTok, and we are on Facebook. If it doesn't load to Rumble, it's trying. It's trying. If it doesn't, we will upload the show there later. All right, let's jump into it, shall we? If you want to chime in on anything this morning, it's just me in the studio. I will do a better job at reading your text and your live stream chats. The Ellis Autoplex text line, 769-241-1944. The Mazda Jackson live stream, as previously mentioned, you can chime in there on X and all of those other great places, Facebook, TikTok, etc., YouTube. We will give away another pair of Bout Time Brawling and Brandon tickets, top of the second hour. So during that first segment, when we come back from the top of the hour news break at 8:07, we will give away another pair of tickets for the big event Saturday night there in Brandon. Big boxing. I keep wanting to call it Tough Man because there's so many first-time type fighters, but it's like a Tough Man style boxing tournament. It's not a tournament. Anyway, it's going to be a good time is what it's going to be. And we got free tickets for it. So stay tuned for that. We'll give those away. Congratulations to both pairs of winners yesterday. Got y'all's names on the list. And we'll get that list sent over to them Friday once we've given away all our tickets. We're giving away another pair Friday as well. So appreciate Julian. Let me get his name right now that he's not here. I kept calling him Jamie yesterday. We appreciate Julian giving us 5 pair of tickets to give away to our audience here. We do appreciate that. If you're bringing a big event to town, you think it's something that our guests would be interested in, our listeners would be interested in, run it by me and I'll let you know if I agree. And maybe we can give away some tickets for it. Let's see here. Man, speaking of fighting, I want to shift gears a little away from politics for a minute. I want to talk about the UFC, and I want to talk about boxing, and I want to talk about Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano for a minute, because I've been following all this stuff really closely lately. And a shout out to whoever broke all the stuff here in the studio. I mean, how do you break a microphone stand? Just no clue how you do that. But nonetheless, somebody broke a microphone stand here. Anyway, must have been mad about something. What was it, Lindsay? Still upset about school choice? Breaking my mic stand? I'll show him. Anyway, I was watching the press conference a couple days ago about Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano. We're finally getting the dream match about 10 years too late, unfortunately. But, hey, they seem to both be in great shape. They look phenomenal. And I'm excited about it. And I'm even more excited that I don't have to pay any extra for it. So I'm going to be on Netflix. I don't have the date in front of me. I guess I should have done that. But anyway, you can figure out when it's coming. You'll figure out when it's on if you want to watch it. And it's the first. How do I say this? I am excited to see those two fight. But what I'm really excited about is the democratization of MMA. Finally. And boxing. And it's kind of interesting how this is unfolding. So you've got Netflix stepping up and saying, you know what, we'll bankroll, and they've teamed up with MVP Promotions, which is owned by Jake Paul. I'm sure Logan's involved with it too, but it's the Paul brothers. But Jake Paul's the face of it, who Trump anointed as the future president of the United States last night. Anyway, he blessed his political career last night. But anyway, so MVP is teamed up with Netflix, and they're really getting big into women's combat sports, but they're doing men's events too. And what Netflix has decided is, we're going to give you these mega fights. Some of it is spectacle, like Tyson and Jake Paul was. You know, it's a crap show. It's a spectacle. You know, people can talk all the crap they want about that. 100 million people watch that live. Say what you want, say what you will. 100 million people tuned in. And they also got to watch the undercard. And a lot of great fights there. So, you know, you start trying to make new stars. And, you know, the main event kind of is what it is. And that's going to sound kind of the same thing they're doing with this Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano fight. It's, you know, we don't know just how great that fight will be, but it's going to be the first time that MMA has been on Netflix. And the undercard, you got Francis Ngannou, I can't quite ever get his last name right, fighting another dude who used to be in the UFC, who was undefeated. He won 4 fights in a row there at the UFC and just didn't resign or whatever. Name eludes me. A guy from a French fella, I believe, European guy, white guy. And they're going to announce some more big fighters under there. But I say all that to say, so it's kind of cool because in this era of streaming now, where UFC has signed this deal with Paramount, which I was really excited about, you know, they're guaranteed their money now. So the UFC is not motivated to book the best fights anymore because they don't have to sell pay-per-views. They're like, man, we're guaranteed X billions of dollars a year, regardless of what we give these people. Now, I think there's a commitment to have to give people some good fights at some point. But that White House card, extremely disappointing as far as, now I'm sure some MMA purists are just love it. You know, oh, yeah, this is going to be great. This guy does this good. This guy does this good. I like MMA. I like jiu-jitsu. I like it all. I'm not a purist enough to sit there and tell you, oh, this is a dream match. There's not a single dream match on that card. You don't have John Jones on it. You don't have Conor McGregor on it. You got Michael Chandler. You got the guy with all the purple hair and all that. Not Patty, but the other guy, Sean. Last name eludes me. Anyhow, but you got Netflix over here. It's like, you know what? We'll take these fights and we'll give you the best 2 fighters in the world. We'll pay them enough money to make it happen. And they got some backing from one of those United Arab Emirates guys, Sheikh Turkey. I can't ever get his name right. We'll just say Arab money for the sake of conversation here. And they're giving us these big fights. It's what gave us the Terrence Bud Crawford versus Canelo fight. It was in the football stadium there in Vegas. That was backed by Saudi money, which was ironic because it was done through the UFC's the Zuffa Boxing, which is the UFC's new promotion to turn the boxing world on its head. So I just say all that to kind of say this. It's going to be interesting the next 3 to 5 years as some of these big contracts start coming to an end at UFC. Conor McGregor's got 2 more fights left with the UFC. Now they could just put him on ice and never give him the fights. And I'm sure there's some kind of base minimum they got to pay him to keep him on ice. We may get 1 more fight and never get the last fight. That could happen. John Jones, he's saying, release me from my contract because you didn't put me on the White House card. We could start seeing a lot of these big names that are towards the end of their UFC careers, but still obviously big names, doing some dream fights over on Netflix. And don't laugh about it too much. Oh, well, they're getting older. We're fixing to get Mayweather-Pacquiao 2, a fight literally nobody was asking for, in the Sphere in Vegas. I heard on a Tuesday that Mayweather was coming back because he was broke. And literally the next day they announced Mayweather-Pacquiao 2 at the Sphere. I'm like, man, of all the fights you could have done, that's the one you picked? Mayweather-Pacquiao 2? That fight was terrible. Mayweather is a great promoter. Like, he makes you want to see him get beat up. But that defensive style boxing that he does is miserably boring. If you took away all the flash from Mayweather, he would have never blown all that money because he would have never had it. And Pacquiao was hurt that fight, tore his shoulder up, but they were like, you got to fight. We're too late into this to cancel. So we're getting that. Anyway, but I just think over the next few years with Netflix getting involved, it could completely democratize the UFC and kind of break up their stranglehold that they have on MMA. And we could start getting some big mega fights. And the UFC is like the NFL. It's a league. They're not really into booking these one-off mega fights anymore. Like they were gonna do Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano, and try to squeeze it in at the end of the pay-per-view era. But it'd be the first time in a long time that they had done something like that. Like if you're gonna fight in the UFC, they want you to be a contender for a belt and all these other things. Where what Netflix and MVP are doing is like, you know what, we're just gonna give you big fights. There's a winner, there's a loser. We're not fighting for championships, at least now. That could change. We're just giving you big mega fights that people want to see. Belt, no belt, whatever. I like it. I like a spectacle. That's why I love WrestleMania. I love the Super Bowl. That's why people love these big time boxing events. That's why 100 million people tuned into Netflix for Tyson and Paul. Why when Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. fought back during COVID, that did gangbusters. Now, what they got to do is boxing needs some new stars. Now, I was listening to a Mike Tyson interview last night with Ariel Helwani. And Mike Tyson says, it's a damn shame that I'm 60 years old and I'm still going out there and setting the records for the most views. It says a lot about the state of boxing when a 60-year-old Mike Tyson and Jake Paul can draw 100 million to watch. But that's a little skewed because Netflix has got so many subscribers and it is kind of a freak show. If that had been on pay-per-view where you had to spend more money to watch, I'm curious what that number would have been, but it doesn't matter. It wasn't. They did 100 million viewers. It don't cost money to watch the Super Bowl. And they have no problem bragging about how many people watch that every year. So just a thought, man. I love what we're getting into. And it's kind of funny too, because what Netflix is doing too, and we're going to get into more stuff. I just want to get this off my chest. I don't have nobody I get to talk to about this stuff. So y'all get to talk to me about it, or y'all get to listen to me talk about it. So what is funny about, what Netflix and MVP are doing to the UFC by poaching fighters and promoting these big fights with their former fighters. Zuffa Boxing, which is owned by the UFC and also owned by TKO, which owns the UFC and WWE. What Zuffa Boxing is doing the same thing to boxing. They're poaching all of these fighters and starting this new boxing league that is going to be like the UFC, but boxing. And they're not, it's going to be the same concept, more like the NFL. It's like you're going to fight people. We're going to put the big fights together, but it's going to be for rankings. It's going to be for championships. And we're going to start from the bottom and build our way up with young people, etc. So it's kind of interesting to see it's happening to the UFC is getting democratized, or the MMA is, and the UFC's monopoly is getting challenged. But the UFC and Dana White are doing the same thing to boxing. And you got a great rivalry going on right now between Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing, which is the big promoter over in Europe. They handle Anthony Joshua and all them. And he's got him and Dana White going back and forth. A great soap opera going on in combat sports right now outside of the ring and Octagon. And if you're a fight fan, which I am a fight fan, I'm honestly nowadays, I'm more of a fight fan than I am a football fan. I can't tell you everybody's names, but I know I just am drawn to it right now like a moth to a flame. I'm watching more podcasts about UFC and boxing than I am politics and culture war stuff. Don't get me wrong, I still watch plenty, but it's kind of funny right now where my attention is waning to. But I think that's healthy. I think we all need other things to do. We all need other things that we enjoy. And fighting's year-round. It's not seasonal like football. So, I mean, every Saturday night, there's going to be some kind of fight on. Sunday. So, anyway. What y'all think about that, man? Y'all fight fans out there? You want to chop it up about any of that? I will gladly listen. 601-879-0002 is the phone number. Ellis Autoplex text line, 769-241-1944. When we get back, oops, they did it again. Couple black women busted in Pearl. Let's give away an FAFO championship when we come back. Let me wash y'all's palates of my UFC and boxing talk. If you're still out there, if you're still listening or still watching this morning, and we will discuss what we do best around here. Culture rot. You're listening to the Clay Edwards Show, 103.9 WYAB.
.9 WYAB.
Your pool should be something you enjoy, not something you fight with. Hi, I'm Darren with Elite Pools. At Elite Pools, we do more than just service. We take care of everything your pool needs, from your routine maintenance to your full repairs, upgrades, and even complete transformations. If your pool needs a little attention or a fresh start, then Elite Pools can bring it back to life. Visit Elite Pools online at elitepoolsms.com. That's elitepoolsms.com. Or give us a call. At Elite Pools, we keep you swimming.
Hey guys, this is Casey Ellis with Ellis Autoplex, located on Highway 471 in Brandon. Ellis Autoplex, known as Little Truck City, is your old school mom and pop style dealership that's family owned and operated. We specialize in 4-wheel drive trucks, but don't worry, we have cars and SUVs too. Looking to sell your vehicle? Bring it by Ellis Autoplex, where we pay fair market value and we cut you a check on the spot. Need your vehicle serviced or repaired? We can handle that too. Shop us online or set your appointment at ellisautoplex.com. That's ellisautoplex.com.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
Located in Ridgeland and Flora, come see me, Jamie Creel, Shelter Insurance.
For decades, you've known the name Martin's for good times, great food, and the best live music. Now that's happening at 2 locations, downtown Jackson and Livingston. Check the websites, martinslivingstonms.com and martinsdowntownjxn.com for the many special events and live music lineups. You can chill with friends on the big patio at the Livingston location and enjoy the blue plate lunches and nightly drink specials. Martin's, downtown and Livingston.
When it's time to get serious about work-ready equipment, come see me, Noah Sullivan, at H&H Chief Sales in Carthage. From rugged Big Tex trailers to durable CM and Legend X truck beds, H&H has what your truck needs to work harder and last longer. For the field, H&H carries reliable ag equipment from Salford, New Leader, and Chandler. Visit H&H Chief Sales in Carthage today or anytime at hhchiefsales.com. H&H, quality equipment, knowledgeable service, and solutions that work as hard as you do.
Got electrical problems? Marty Cowden and Cowden Electric are here for you. Cowden Electric is your trusted electrician, serving the Jackson area for 3 decades. Electrical repair, service, and home rewiring are just the start of what Cowden Electric can do. Cowden Electric also installs generators to keep your power going when everyone else's lights are out. Plus, LED lighting, remodels, new construction, no job is too small. Visit CowdenElectric.com today to see all that they do. Cowden Electric, powering your home and business.
Men, let's talk about low testosterone. Do you suffer from any of these symptoms? Low sex drive, ED. Are you always tired, depressed? You have loss of muscle mass? You're obese? Maybe you have loss of focus and drive? Then you, my friends, may suffer from low testosterone. Let my buddies over at Men's Health in Mississippi, located right there in Madison, check your numbers today. Trust me, she'll thank you for it. I promise. Check them out online at menshealthms.com. That's menshealthms.com. Men's Health Mississippi.
Looking for adventure, amazing food, and a little relaxation all in one place? You'll find it at Cypress Point Resort in Brandon. Load up the family and experience a real drive-through safari, petting zoo, and thrilling guided Jeep tours. Then slow it down with mouth-watering steaks at the steakhouse or grab drinks and live music at the tavern. Planning a wedding or reunion? Cypress Point Resort has beautiful venues and cozy lodging. Ready for your big day or just a weekend escape? It's everything you love about the outdoors with a touch of luxury. Cypress Point Resort. Wild fun right around the corner.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show. Thought I had a little more time to get back from the restroom there than I did. You also seen me running up the hallway when it said, welcome back into the Clay Edwards Show. I was like, uh-oh. Let me sprint into the studio this morning. Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show. Let me formally say that. We're here on 103.9 WYAB. Hey, this segment is going to be brought to you by our friends over at Watkins Construction and Roofing. Obviously, some storms came through last night. I do want to talk about that here in just a second, too, before we give away an FAFO championship. A lot of bad storms came through. Power was out all up and down 49 this morning coming into Flora. All the red lights, very dangerous intersections there. Very high traffic intersections. And man, you want to talk about dark. So, man, that's the only thing I hate about daylight savings time is just how dark it is in the mornings when I'm driving into work. But anyway, if you got any potential roof damage last night, reach out to Watkins Construction and Roofing. They're going to work with your insurance company every step of the way. They're going to come out. They're going to do a complimentary roof assessment and find out what's wrong. Maybe you just got a spot that needs fixed. Maybe your entire roof needs to be replaced. It won't take a rocket scientist to figure that one out after a storm, I promise. But let them come out, let them check it out. They're locally owned, locally operated. But, man, they run like the big boys because, well, they are the big boys. They're going to get you taken care of professionally, courtesy. They're not going to mess up your property any, your landscaping. The only way you're going to know they were there is if, well, you were there when they were fixing a roof. And, of course, the fact that you have a new roof. They're going to have a professional crew out there. They ain't going to be playing a bunch of bumpity bump, bump, bump music, a bunch of vulgar cuss words, listening to rap crap while they're there. And you're just going to have a new roof or your spot fixed on the roof and boom, shakalaka. It's all done. Watkins Construction and Roofing. Give them a shout today. If you have any storm damage or not, maybe you got a leaky spot. Maybe you got a little mildew, little mold coming from somewhere. You can't quite figure it out. You know, that kind of stuff can be weird. You have a leak on one side of the roof and it running all the way to the other side of the house. Let them get that taken care of for you. Their guys know what to look for. Their inspectors know what to look for. They know what they're doing. Watkins Construction and Roofing. You can Google it or you can go to watkinsconstructioninc.com. I tell you what, I wouldn't call them technical difficulties, but I'm having user difficulties this morning. I need to get a little hook under the desk here for this headphone cord. Every time I move, it somehow ends up under my wheel of my chair. Like, is that possible to consistently get under it? You know what's weird too? If you ever wear headphones and you have a cord like this, it seems so easy to run over it and get it stuck under your wheel. But if you try to move to get it out from under the wheel, you have to stand your fat butt up and then lift the chair up over it. So why is it so easy to run one way but not the other? Make it make sense. Man, I got a text here on the Ellis Autoplex text line, and I couldn't agree more. And I've waffled back and forth on this over the years, but I got to open up something real quick. All right. Okay. So unknown texter says, Clay, off topic situation I encountered last night during the bad weather coming through South Mississippi. I'm all for getting notices for severe weather on TV, but why do they have to just completely take over the TV stations and we can't even watch our shows? I had 3 shows that I love to watch on Wednesday nights. All 3 of them were interrupted. Can't they just come in, initial notice, and then go up to the right corner And if you want to listen to them, but she could watch a show. Still just one of my pet peeves. I think we had a little typo there. So what I'm gathering from that is they're trying to watch a show. But what they do is they come in with full interruption. We've interrupted this broadcast to bring you these weather updates from WLBT, from WLOX, or whatever station you may be listening to. And I'm a weather nerd. I didn't watch it last night. I looked on my radar. I was like, I think we're tornado safe here. And if as long as it ain't tornadoes in my immediate area, I'm not going to overthink it. Tornadoes, different story. Ask anybody I've ever dated. Ask my daughter. Ask my parents, my sister, my grandmother. I'm pestering the fire out of everybody. I don't know why I am so scared of tornadoes. I have lived through one, but I was scared of them before that. And I think it's from growing up in South Jackson. And we just had the 60th anniversary of Candlestick. Obviously, that happened before I was born, but you didn't grow up in South Jackson and not have Candlestick beat into your head and the fear of tornadoes because, well, it had just happened a decade before I was born, roughly. So the wounds were still there. The literal scars on the land were still there. And of course, growing up, going to Candlestick to Funtime Skateland. So I think that always got beat in my brain as a kid. And then I think my mom was really scared. My mom's still alive. I guess I could just ask her. My mom didn't like bad weather either. And so we'd hear stories about tornadoes and stuff. And it's one of those things just burned in my brain to be scared of bad weather. And I'm going to get back to that text message in a second, but I'll tell you about my tornado surviving. We were at Bodon's one time at lunch. This had to have been 2001, 2, 3. We still had Crazy 8 open in Byram. That's the time frame, I believe, that this happened. But a tornado came through Savannah Street there, right there on 55. Because, that was kind of Tornado Alley for a while between like Byram and McDowell Road, sort of, between like Terry and McDowell Road. Right through there was kind of Tornado Alley. Now, Tornado Alley's kind of shifted up north a little. Now it's through Flora and Madison County heading to the reservoir. You ever notice that now? Like in the 90s and 2000s, Tornado Alley was Byram to South Jackson, but it's pivoted north about 15, 20 miles. Now it's Flora, Reservoir, Canton, this stretch. I know every time there's bad weather, we can just automatically assume that the radio station is going to lose power. Not the radio station, but Flora is going to lose power. Anyway, so before Tornado Alley shifted, we were at Bodon's one day eating lunch, and damn tornado comes through. Now, this is all before we got everybody's phones would start going crazy simultaneously with weather alerts. We had to, I don't know what we were thinking. They're like, everybody get in the freezer. Having been a bar owner and had a walk-in cooler, I know that those freezers are just made out of aluminum. That's not going to protect anybody. Get in the freezer. I mean, anybody could pick up one of those panels. They're just little sheet, not even sheet metal. It's just aluminum with insulation in the middle of them. They don't weigh much, is my point. They're not protecting you from anything if something falls on top of it. You're better off just getting under a table than you are getting in a walk-in cooler. But my buddy Corey Hammond, we called him Grandpa. He always made these sound effects. He's one of the very colorful people when he talked. Made sound effects and stuff and crazy faces. And I guess I do too, right? He's like, He was the guy that would run to the tornado. He's the guy that the news channel would try to find to interview after the tornado went through the trailer park. Man, it sounded like a freight train coming through. It was quiet and then vroom. Well, he runs out the front door of Bodon's. And if I'm lying, I'm dying here. It was like a scene from The Wizard of Oz. He is holding on to the door handle and his feet are off the ground being pulled outside. Real talk. I saw that happen. And the house directly behind Bodon's there right off Savannah Street got flattened. So we're in Bodon's and the house right behind it. The only thing separating it is 10 feet and a fence. Got flattened. We missed getting flattened in Bodon's by about an inch. And man, I mean, look, Bodon's is good. I love some Bodon's, but I don't know that I'm necessary. If you ask me if I'm okay with Bodon's having been my last meal, I'd have probably said no. But I can't really think of anywhere that I'd like to die inside eating. So in fairness to Bodon's, I don't know that makes them any worse or better than any other dining establishment. But to the original point of the texture here, it is annoying, especially when your area is not in immediate danger of being taken out by tornadoes or whatnot. But because of the area of their coverage, they're just about required by FCC to prioritize safety over entertainment. I know, especially in the digital age, there should be an alternative to that. I don't even watch the local tornado coverage anymore unless it's literally, I love that word, literally. I watch Ryan Hall, y'all, on YouTube, and he's got these storm chasers all over the place, and they do phenomenal coverage. When I flip it over to local coverage is when it starts coming from, well, I live in downtown Brandon, but regardless of where I live, when it starts getting within a few miles of my house, because local coverage is way better about pinpointing your streets. And in theory, your local weather guy is supposed to understand the area and be able to call out a street name. But okay, well, this is in such and such neighborhood. Oh, this is the front end of Cross Gates. This is the back end of Cross Gates. Oh, it's crossing over by the old Brandon Middle School or the old Brandon High School. If you're in that area, take cover. That's where your local guy comes into play. Just like local radio here. There's reasons why y'all tune into this show. You know that if there's a big local story, we're going to cover a big local story. I may miss a national story. Like, I'm not talking about the war in Iran, not because I'm not concerned with it, but I'm just going to be honest with y'all. You don't really want to know what I think about that. I don't have a strong opinion on it. I'm not paying enough attention to it. Trump says we're winning. Looks like we're winning to me. I'm going to trust Trump on this one. I don't have my panties in a bunch about us blowing up Iran, but not a whole lot I got to say about it. If you're looking for war coverage, you need to put it on Fox News or whatever else you watch. But to the point, I understand it's frustrating. If nothing else, they could pivot, and maybe they do. I don't know. I have YouTube TV, which doesn't have the digital WLBT alternate channels on it. But if they have an alternate channel, and I just use WLBT as my catch-all for local TV, APT, LBT, JTV, whatever, Fox, they all have YouTube channels. Everybody's got a damn phone. They could pivot those shows to an alternate channel. Now, I say that, but then again, they have all these broadcasting rights and stuff. A lot of times they're not allowed to pivot the programming to the alternate channel, to the digital channel, to the YouTube, because of they may not be paying for streaming rights for that show. There's a lot that goes into that I've learned as I've become a YouTuber and whatnot. So it's interesting. And again, they're held to a different standard because of the FCC. Same reason we have all these dang weather interruption siren things on the radio here when there's bad weather coming through. As an FCC station, you don't have much of a choice in that. All right, let's take a break real quick. When we come back, I'm just going to change the name of the show to Rabbit Holes with Clay Edwards. We're going to give away some FAFO championships. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. 103.9 WYAB.
.1039 WYAB.
This is Central Mississippi's Stimulating Talk.
1039 WYAB. Pocahontas, Jackson.
Ladies, tired of running on empty, sleepless nights, mood swings, stubborn weight, skin that has lost its glow? It is not just getting older. It is your body begging for help. Hey, y'all, I'm Morgan at Women's Wellness of Mississippi. At Women's Wellness of Mississippi, we bring it all together. Hormone therapy, medical weight loss, and the latest, greatest aesthetic treatments like facials, lasers, Botox, and so much more. This is where wellness and beauty meet so that you can feel amazing inside and out. At Women's Wellness of Mississippi, the best version of you is waiting right around the corner.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Are you craving a home-cooked meal without the hassle? Come over to McBee's Bar and Grill in Ridgeland for their Blue Plate lunch specials. Served up every weekday, at McBee's it's a different entree every day. Chicken spaghetti on Mondays, beef tip Tuesday, pork chop Wednesday, spaghetti Thursday, and catfish Fridays. And McBee's Blue Plate lunch comes with 2 classic southern sides and cornbread or a roll. McBee's specials are served every weekday from 11 to 2. McBee's, buzzing the res since 1982.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind with friends and family? El Patrio Mexican Restaurant is calling your name. With locations in Flowood and Cross Gates, Brandon, El Patrio is the cozy, family-owned gym where great food meets great times. Enjoy El Patrio's signature margaritas and happy hour specials that keep their customers coming back for more. Indulge in their authentic Mexican dishes prepared with love and served in a warm, family-friendly atmosphere. Come to El Patrio and taste the traditions. El Patrio, where family, flavor, and fun come together.
Looking to make technology work for your business instead of the other way around? Visit brentech.ms today. From reliable network infrastructure and wireless internet to cloud or on-premise backups, Brentech has solutions that keep your business connected, secure, and running smoothly. Don't let tech headaches slow you down. Discover how Brentech can simplify and elevate your business at brentech.ms. That's brentech.ms. Brentech, technology made easy.
Hey, Rankin County, swing by the locally owned and award-winning 042 Wine and Spirits on Highway 80 next to Sonny's Barbecue in Brandon today. We've got one of the largest selections around with over 200 bourbons and whiskeys to ignite your taste buds, more than 50 vodkas, 50-plus tequilas, 30-plus rums, and ready-to-drink cocktails, as well as premium scotches. And get this, we've got over 400 wines in stock for the perfect pairing anytime. Discover your new favorites today at 042 Wine and Spirits right next to Sonny's Barbecue, Highway 80, Cross Gates, Brandon.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Spring is in the air and temperatures are on the rise, requiring us to run the AC nonstop. Don't let those days sneak up on you. Call Pure Air Consultants today for your spring inspection on your AC system. Pure Air Consultants, your go-to Ring Pro partner that can get the job done and have you resting in comfort in no time at all. Locally owned and operated, Ring and Pure Air Consultants to the rescue. Contact Pure Air Consultants today online at mypureconsultants.com. That's mypureconsultants.com.
Here at Lake and Glass and Tint, we've become well known for 2 things: window tint and windshields. Now, when it comes to window tint, you already know that we're the go-to for home, car, and office. And as always, we offer free consultations. So if you're in the need of window tint or windshields, give us a call, 601-946-1000. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram or at lakeandglassandtint.com. Lake and Glass and Tint, where quality matters.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards.
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show. I'm having to use a different button this morning. It's throwing me off over here on my board. It's like you get muscle memory going, but because somebody broke the mic stand, I can't use channel 1. I'm on channel 3, and it's just got me all thrown off this morning. It's got to be somebody else's fault. It couldn't be my fault. Welcome back in to the most incendiary show on the RADIO. Whether you're watching it on the Mazda Jackson live stream over at Save JXN across all the different social platforms, YouTube, X, TikTok, Facebook. I think that's it. I think we hit them all right there. YouTube, X, Facebook, TikTok. No Rumble this morning. Or you're listening on the 50,000 watt blowtorch, 103.9 or 103.9 WYAB. We appreciate you this morning. But it is the most incendiary show, whether it's online or on the FM signal, anywhere in the Americas, in my opinion. My humble, always humble opinion. Hey, this segment brought to you by friends over at Cowden Electric. Are you without power this morning? What about yesterday? Were you without power? All of that could have been avoided if you had called Marty and the crew to come out and get you hooked up with a emergency generator. Or If you can't do one of the big boys, get you some drop down, some hookups for your portable generator. And you can kind of select which breakers, what do you want to work versus what can you live without. Your boy can't live without air. Your boy can't live without internet. Everything else is replaceable. I gotta be comfortable, and I gotta be entertained. I can put beer on ice if I don't need the refrigerator. I can put beer on ice, and I can eat canned food that ain't hot if I got to. I will survive. So that's my priorities. What are yours? Anyway, Marty can get you covered over at Cowden Electric. Let them come out and give you an estimate today on a full generator or just enough to use your portable generator. But I tell you, if you hadn't bought the portable generator yet, why don't you wait until you've talked to Marty Cowden and figure out what size you need before you go spend it and then realize, oh crap, it ain't going to be enough. Just a thought. Hey, look, even if you don't need a generator, consider Cowden for all of your service calls. Consider Cowden for any remodels, new construction, business, home, shop. They got you covered at Cowden Electric. You can find them online at Cowden, Cowden, electric.com. Locally owned right here in Central Mississippi for 2 generations. Jim Cowden, the dad, and now Marty Cowden, the son. A good 50 years plus, 60 years plus in the electric business right here. Old South Jackson boys. Speaking of Candlestick, when I met Marty, when we were kids, he grew up right over there in that neighborhood across, right off Cooper Road, across the street from Candlestick, as a matter of fact. Marty's probably about old enough to remember that tornado. No, I'm kidding. He's only a year or two older than me. All right, man, Cowden Electric. Let's see here. We got it pulled up on the screen on the Mazda Jackson live stream if you're watching. We got some mug shots. I love what Pearl did here. It's so petty. They got all the stolen merchandise from Ulta up on the stand like it's kilos of cocaine. I mean, it is their prize hunt. They've got their kill, and they are letting everybody know. It's like, when people kill a deer and they hold the antlers up. That's what they have done here. You got five of my favorite Pearl police officers letting you see all of the plunder and booty that they got from this bust. It is beautiful. So you got Quita and Keisha here, and the mugshots and all just blended into one great photo. I mean, you really can't make this up. Let's read the story here real quick, and we'll see what happened. So, why is it always Ulta, too? Why do these thugs, these shoplifting criminal masterminds, keep hitting Ulta? Whether it's Pearl, whether it's Ridgeland, whether it's Flowwood. I mean, I don't know I'm just going to discuss the elephant in the room here. I don't know if you've seen these women. Ulta's not going to do much for them. If they're stealing this to resell, okay. If they're stealing it for personal use, I don't know if the ROI is there for this one. I don't know if it's going to work, guys. Not very pretty ladies. If any of you, if you're related to either one of them, sorry, not sorry. You know, I'm telling the truth. Ugly tree. Every branch on the way down. Boom, 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 boom. Got 3 minutes for our next break. I got to hurry up. I got to quit running my mouth. It says 3 women have been arrested. There's only mugshots of 2, but 3 have been arrested and charged with multiple crimes after thousands of dollars worth of merchandise was stolen from Pearl. According to the police, in February, an Ulta beauty store in the city, that's over there in the outlet malls, was burglarized, with the value of the items stolen coming to around $3,150. I like how they say around $3,150. I mean, that's damn near to the penny. Following the incident, the Pearl Police Department's Criminal Investigation Division initiated an investigation and subsequently identified, that's a lot of big words, 2 suspects as Orica Ducksworth and Kiana Gordon. Orica. I don't know how you say it, but it's either Orica or Orica. That is a hell of a name. That is 4 vowels, too, by the way, in her first name. So clearly she was the criminal mastermind that put all this together. And Kiana was just the innocent bystander with only 3 vows, or not at minimum, or at maximum. She maybe not quite a bystander, but she was a follower, not a leader. 4 vows, clearly the leader here. Anyway, so a third has also been arrested, but had not been identified initially. She has now, and we'll get to that. However, investigators were able to identify a suspect's vehicle through review of surveillance footage. Then, on March 8th, agents received information that the group was again targeting stores in Pearl. You know, how stupid do you have to be? You got away with it almost. Now, they were probably going to get you, but you got away with it. And you came back to Rankin County for another bite at that apple? You came back to Pearl, the effed around, and found out capital city of Mississippi, the epicenter of FAFO. Like those guys just sit around, they wait. They wait for you to do stupid stuff like this. And I bet you they didn't have a Hines County or Madison. I bet you they didn't have a Rankin County tag. So they're back over there doing some nonsense. Officers located the suspect's vehicle at the outlets of Mississippi. A search of the vehicle resulted in the recovery of approximately $6,500 worth of stolen merchandise believed to be connected to multiple retail thefts incidents. I mean, why wouldn't you take the plunder and booty back home and come back and at least not have all the stolen goods in your car? You know it was a Nissan Altima. You know they were in a Nissan Altima or a Kia, maybe a Hyundai. So Orica, Kiana, and the third girl, Sharanique, she has 4 vowels in her first name too. She could possibly be the ringleader. I may give her ringleader status because she also has a random Q in the middle of her name for no reason. So she may be the ringleader. We'll count that as 5 vowels. Anytime you got a random Q in the middle of your name for no reason, you definitely moved to 5 vowel status. So Sharika is now the new ringleader. All 3 have been charged with felony shoplifting, conspiracy, and wait for it, a hold for felony shoplifting warrants from another jurisdiction. Investigators are currently coordinating with multiple jurisdictions regarding the return of the recovered merchandise and the continued prosecution of the suspects. Ladies and gentlemen, Orica, Kiana, and Sharika are your effed around and found out grand champions of the day. Let's take a break. We'll be right back on the Clay Edwards Show. 1039 WYAB.
.1039 WYAB.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
Located in Ridgeland and Flora, come see me, Jamie Creel, Shelter Insurance.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Spring is in the air and temperatures are on the rise, requiring us to run the AC nonstop. Don't let those days sneak up on you. Call Pure Air Consultants today for your spring inspection on your AC system. Pure Air Consultants, your go-to Ring Pro partner that can get the job done and have you resting in comfort in no time at all. Locally owned and operated, Ring and Pure Air Consultants to the rescue. Contact Pure Air Consultants today online at mypureconsultants.com. That's mypureconsultants.com.
Even with interest rates higher than recent norms, real estate values are still holding strong in Mississippi. We caught up again with one of Mississippi's top real estate agents, Shane Saxon, to explain his recent activity in the market.
In the last year or so, it's been the best of my career. Interest rates have been high, but the real estate market is here to stay. Land values especially are continuing to rise. Home values are holding. If you need help with anything in real estate, just give me a call.
Find Shane Saxon on Facebook or give him a call at 601-540-5040. Offer property 601-74-1435.
Bank Plus makes it easier to bank. With extended drive-through hours plus 24/7 online and mobile banking, we're here when you need us. Lost your debit card? Get a new one instantly at any Bank Plus location. No waiting for the mail. And interactive teller machines offer drive-up personal service 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturdays. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC.
Looking to make technology work for your business instead of the other way around? Visit brentech.ms today. From reliable network infrastructure and wireless internet to cloud or on-premise backups, Brentech has solutions that keep your business connected, secure, and running smoothly. Don't let tech headaches slow you down. Discover how Brentech can simplify and elevate your business at brentech.ms. That's brentech.ms. Brentech, technology made easy.
Hi, this is Lee Atkins of Home Care Plus in Ridgeland. We are a proud carrier of Abena Premium Incontinence products. Abena has the most absorbency available, making changes and leaks less likely. After 7 years as a seller, I can tell you these products are amazing and worth every penny to quality of life for patient and caregiver. And we ship all incontinence products as well. So please come see us at Home Care Plus in Ridgeland for all the incontinence needs of you or your family member. That's Home Care Plus in Ridgeland.
Your roof is constantly exposed to the elements, battling dirt, algae, and stains. But with Watkins Construction and Roofing Roof Wash Service, you can keep it looking like new. A proprietary rooficide treatment is EPA approved, safe, and guaranteed to prevent algae from coming back for at least 2 years. No harsh chemicals, no damage, no black streaks. Just a clean, beautiful roof that lasts. Call Watkins Construction and Roofing at 601-966-8233 or visit nomoreroofstains.com today.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, experience counts, and the Rusty Healy Agency has been serving Madison and the rest of the Jackson Metro for over 35 years. Local agent Landon Thompson is keeping that trusted tradition going strong. As a local independent agent, he's not locked into one provider. The Rusty Healy Agency can shop the top insurance companies to find the best fit for you. And everyone knows that the Rusty Healy Agency and Landon Thompson offer top quality local customer service. Contact Landon today at 601-856-3681.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show. Man, I just saw a cool picture on Facebook. I'm in this group called Everything Stage Rigging, and it's where people post pictures of like retro concert stages and current ones from over the years. And, you know, I love a big rock production more than anything. Cool stage, cool lights, all that stuff. And it's showing the stage here from the 1989 Kiss Hot in the Shade tour, which was a friggin' huge production. But what was cool about that show for me, two things. My mom was in the hospital having some kind of surgery. It was my 12th birthday, August 17th, 1989. I guess because they felt bad for me, because my mom was in the hospital on my birthday, we couldn't have a birthday party, my dad dropped me off at the Coliseum at 12 years old by myself to go see this concert. So it's first I went to the Coliseum by myself for a concert. And who did I run into other than Lillian and Axe's Stevie Blaze? And I think he was dating Miss Mississippi at the time. And they let me hang out with them the whole show. And I got to sit with Stevie, who was like my rock god at the time. I'm sure I annoyed the crap out of them. And they were like, why won't this kid leave us alone? But he never said it. And I'm still grateful. All right, guys, I'll be right back here in 7 minutes. We're going to give away some tickets to Bout Time Brawling, but that was a fun concert, and that was a cool experience. I got thinking about it the other day. I was like, man, I'd probably be pissed off if some random 12-year-old kid glued themselves to my leg for a whole concert. But you know what? He never said that, and I always appreciated it. And as I got older, we became kind of buddies over the years. But man, this was a guy that was huge at the time, had videos on MTV and stuff. And here I am getting to hang out with him. And I think it was Miss Mississippi. Somehow I've convinced myself that was the story. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, good times, man. God gave rock and roll to us for great memories like that. We'll be right back on the Clay Edwards Show.
So to speak, you've had those strikes on the two foreign-owned vessels in Iraq's territorial waters near the Basra port. You also have a big fire in Bahrain where Iranian attacks hit oil and fuel tanks near the international airport. The smoke is very thick there.
IEA member countries, including the U.S., have agreed to open spigots on emergency supplies. CBS's Kelly O'Grady.
They're releasing 400 million barrels of oil, and that's the largest in history. And so the idea is if you put more supply of oil into the market, you're going to see prices go down. But they didn't yesterday. And I actually just checked, and oil's back above $90 a barrel. And the reason why is that this release was already baked into the price of oil. Oil traders saw this coming. It was very telegraphed.
U.S. gas prices have hit an average of $3.60 a gallon. President Trump took aim at a fellow GOP lawmaker at a stop in Kentucky. Correspondent Weijia Jiang is at the White House.
On the road rallying for the midterms, President Trump targeted one of his chief critics in the Republican Party, Thomas Massie.
Massey's a complete and total disaster as a congressman and, frankly, as a human being.
Massie led the charge to force a Senate vote to release the Epstein files, something Trump resisted for months.
The president has endorsed Massey's challenger, Ed Galrine, in May's primary. They're still picking up the pieces after deadly storms in the Midwest. This woman survived a tornado in Madison County, Indiana.
It's a little scary. The whole place was rocking and things fell off the counters and the walls. I opened the door and all I heard was whir, 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 and everything was blowing.
An elderly couple killed when an EF1 twister hit their home in Wheatfield. There's a legal fight now over a tribute to law enforcement that responded to the January 6th attack. CBS's Jim Krasula.
Police officers who defended the U.S. Capitol on January 6th have asked a federal judge to allow their lawsuit over the long-delayed installation of a plaque honoring their service to continue. It comes just days after the plaque was quietly hung at the end of a hallway in the middle of the night.
Dow futures are down 405. This is CBS News.
Join Adriana Diaz and Kelly O'Grady for the perfect start to your weekend. Ease into your Saturday with CBS Saturday Morning on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-518-3899. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-518-3899. That's 800-518-3899. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
News this hour is brought to you by the Rusty Healy Agency in Madison. Call Landon Thompson at 601-856-3681 to request a quote or learn more.
Teachers may get a raise after all. A good bit cooler today than it's been in a good long while. Becoming sunny by the afternoon with a high at 60. Tonight it's clear and 38, recovering to 70 Friday and sunny. Dry through Saturday and Sunday, and then another cool down coming Monday. With news on 103.9 WIAB, I'm Chris Davis. The teacher pay raise revival. This is what the amended bill that passed the state Senate Wednesday looks like. $6,000 for teachers, $9,000 pay raise for special ed teachers, and a $2,000 raise for assistant teachers, community college instructors, and university professors. That would be in phases over 3 years. The House gets the bill again now for reconsideration. If you're following the XAI story in North Mississippi, you should be aware that the building of 41 gas turbines near the data center was approved Tuesday by the Mississippi Department of Environmental Quality. Now that agency is being accused by people opposed to the turbines of rushing it through the process and doing it on Election Day when people were otherwise concerned. A big wreck near Byram Wednesday morning was responsible for injuries to 2 people and a backup. I-55's northbound lanes were shut down as the 4-car mess was cleaned up and the wreck investigated by Jackson police. The injuries were not reported as serious. The trial is getting closer, and former Jackson Mayor Chokwe Antar Lumumba has asked a federal judge to dismiss the 5 charges against him. WLBT reports the documents that he's citing are all under seal and can't be seen by the public. Lumumba is facing bribery charges along with former councilman Aaron Banks and DA Jody Owens. More news in 1 hour on 103.9 WIAB. I'm Chris Davis.
Need a new car? Then march right over to Mazda of Jackson and spring in the savings. Get 1.9% financing for 63 months on all 2025 CX-5s, 2026 CX-90s, CX-50s, CX-70s, and Mazda 3s with approved credit. And get 1-year maintenance included on your new vehicle purchase. Don't wait another minute to experience Mazda's exhilarating performance, top-notch safety, and reliability. So get to Mazda of Jackson today, where pre-owned vehicles and hassle-free trade-in options are also available. Shop online or visit Mazda of Jackson, I-55 Frontage Road.
I've always believed that being your jeweler means being there for you with the highest quality jewelry repair and custom design services in the state. I'm John Ravenstein.
I'm Corey Ravenstein. That's why here at Juniker Jewelry Company, you'll find the largest team of fine jewelry professionals and artisans in Mississippi.
Only here at Juniker's will you find 4 master goldsmiths. We do everything in-house. Your jewelry never leaves our shop.
We even have jewelry designers on staff to help you create that one-of-a-kind piece you've always dreamed of.
Juniker's master craftsmen set the stones, work the metals, and polish everything to perfection.
There is almost nothing we can't create or fix like new again.
For Mississippi's finest jewelry repair and true old-world craftsmanship, come see us at Juniker Jewelry Company.
Our trusted jewelry professionals are here for you.
Juniker Jewelry Company, Mississippi's direct diamond importer. 1485 Highland Colony Parkway, just south of 463 in Madison, and junikerjewelry.com.
Welcome to the Clay Edwards Show. More adrenaline.
You know, it's a pretty interesting time to be alive. What's the saying? May the times you live in be interesting. We have accomplished that.
More testosterone for your morning drive.
But when you know you've got a problem, how about tell people and be honest? What's going on?
Going to war on cancel culture and bringing the spotlight on issues and topics from around the city of Jackson.
I feel like Jackson, Mississippi.
No one else wants to talk about.
The whole system is corrupt and evil. It's unreal, and they don't care. And everybody knows that. It's just sad.
And fights for the soul of America.
I'm going to need y'all to explain to me what a positive solution is, because you positive solutions only people have been in charge for a while now. And I'm not seeing too many positive solutions.
You never met a white lion.
Strap in, turn up the volume, and get ready, Jackson, for unfiltered, no sugar added talk radio. It's award-winning podcaster Clay and
Boom goes La Dynamite. It's hour 2 of the most incendiary show on the RADIO. The Clay Edwards Show, 103.9 WYAB, streaming worldwide at the Mazda Jackson live stream over on Facebook, YouTube, X, and TikTok this morning. Just type in Save JXN on any of those platforms. You can see the show. You can see me. You can see the videos that we play, the images that we show on the screen there as we tell these stories on the show this morning. I always try to tie in a visual aspect to it as well, so we can clip it up and use it online later or now. We're inside the Men's Health and Women's Wellness in Mississippi studios, where you can always take advantage of the free testosterone screenings as a Clay Edwards Show listener by texting my name, Clay, to 601-800-5130 today, and they're going to get you hooked up with a complimentary testosterone screening. But it's way more than just a testosterone screening. It's a dang near full blood panel. They're looking for a lot of different stuff there, because they always look for the root cause of the problem, not just the problem. So take advantage of that, and yeah, it'll change your life. I promise you, especially as a man. A couple things here real quick. Martin's, Livingston, and downtown today. It's Thursday, and I am off a day. I was about to tell y'all it was meatloaf. Let me circle back to the plate lunch, because I don't remember off the top of my head. Is it pot roast? Is it a pot roast? Justin, if you're in the comments there, let me know. I don't have the menu in front of me. But that aside, Martin's Livingston this weekend and next, you got big crawfish bowls. So get out there, take advantage of the big crawfish bowls. Going to be a great time. And man, coming up soon, I think it's in April. I got it right here. Give me 1 second. They've got not just a big crawfish bowl, but they've also got one of my favorite bands, the Molly Ringwalds, are going to be out there playing at Livingston. It is pot roast. It's the plate lunch of the day. The blue plate special of the day at both Martin's locations. I was right there. So pot roast is the blue plate of the day. And then coming up on April 17th at Livingston Live. That's what they're called. They're building an amphitheater out there, not like the one in Brandon, but it's outdoors. It's up a hill. There's going to be green space and a stage, so therefore it's an amphitheater. They're building an amphitheater out there, and they're going to be doing all these outdoor concerts. It's going to be great. The master plan for that place out there is phenomenal. It's just so much more than what's out there now. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a tourist destination. But we'll work our way to that. This weekend, Crawfish Bowl. Madison County folks, and next weekend. Back-to-back weekends, Crawfish Bowls, St. Patty's Day shenanigans, so much more we're going to be telling you about here on the show. But if you live in Madison County, or if you don't, you just want to go, be paying attention to Martin's Livingston. Go follow him on social media. And, of course, listen to the Clay Edwards Show. In the meantime, get out there and enjoy a great Blue Plate special today. All right. So we hit a couple different things there. And look, I like to constantly remind folks about Watkins Construction and Roofing after we've had bad weather like this. Just if you're having any roofing issues, if you took any roofing damage during the storms, think Watkins Construction and Roofing. Come out and give you a complimentary roof assessment today. All right, let's give away some tickets real quick. I'll announce the winner by the end of the segment or by the end of the show anyway. What should we do? How should we give these away? We did phone calls and we did screenshots of sharing the post yesterday. That's about tied in everything there for everybody. Why don't we do this? Let's benefit Clay here for a minute. If you subscribe to the podcast, if you don't, go do it. Leave me a 5-star review on Apple Podcast. Go leave me a 5-star review. You got to say something nice about your boy. Yeah, actually, you don't have to say anything nice. Just leave the 5-star review and you can call me an a-hole. I don't really care. But leave me a 5-star review. Go subscribe to the podcast. First person to send me a screenshot to the LS Autoplex text line wins a pair of tickets to Saturday night's Brawling in Brandon, About Time Brawling event. It's $80 worth of tickets. 70 if you pre-buy, 80 if you buy at the door. First person to text me to 769-241-1944 a screenshot of a new 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. You got to subscribe also. I think you got to be subscribed to give a review. Wins the tickets. All right, let's jump back in and have a little fun this morning. That last segment was fun. The Ulta Beauty Bandits, that was fun. So this show wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Chakwe and Lumumba. So first off, Chakwe, thank you for being so bad at your job that I was able to quit mine and do something fun like this for a living. I'm going to tell you, I would hate knowing, just me personally, because I'm a prideful person to a fault at times. I would hate knowing that I did something so poorly that somebody criticizing it was able to pay their bills and they were able to quit their 9-to-5 job and make a living off talking crap about how bad I was at my job. Now, I've clearly had to move on to talking about other things too, because, well, he lost his job. His ass got fired by the citizens of Jackson because he was so bad at his job. I mean, just wrap your arms around that. And not to mention, he's a black racist. Free the land, free the people, screw white people. And I'm a white guy, conservative, in Jackson, Mississippi. And I was able to build up a big enough audience telling the truth about this guy when everybody was calling me a racist for criticizing him, because you ain't allowed to criticize. Oh, no, you can't talk bad about the black man. You know, that's You know, that's criticism is racism, you know. Positive solutions only. Positive solutions only. Well, we had a positive solution for 5 years before y'all finally raptured, 6 years before y'all finally came to your senses and understood the positive solution was to elect his ass out of office. Now, for some reason, y'all needed 4 more years after the first 4 to come to the conclusion that that, in fact, was the positive solution. But I'd been telling y'all it needed to be for years before that, which honestly, being 100 with you, the positive solution would have been to find a reason to lock his ass up before the second election. But neither here nor there. In 2021, y'all signed up for 4 more years. But finally, after 8 years, you said, Chokwe, man, look, we love you, brother. We do. I'm my brother's keeper. Free the land, free the people. Finally, y'all had enough. Y'all had enough of watching this guy get rich. Him and his buddies all get rich. Allegedly, of course. Off y'all while y'all got broke. Everybody else in Jackson. Everybody else in the city of Jackson that wasn't part of the Free the Land, Free the People clan, the new Black Ku Klux Klan. Everybody that wasn't in that inner circle. And there were some white folks in that inner circle too, as we found out from those political donations. And allegedly some white racists nonetheless. So it's kind of funny that, money talks, I guess. Allegedly, of course. While they got rich, everybody else's life got worse. I don't know a single person that lived under the reign of terror of the Lumumba clan that wasn't financially benefiting from them whose life got better. Not a single person. If you live in Jackson, your property value went down. If you live in Jackson, you didn't have water. Your garbage didn't get picked up. Your streets didn't get paved. Your red lights didn't work. 990 black people got killed under his reign of terror, and about 10 white people or other. So let's just round it up because I like round numbers. Let's just round it up to 1,000. That sounds better. 1,000 dead black people under his watch. Everybody's life got exponentially worse. You can't, other than mine. Now, other than me, mine somehow got better because I let my things drop. And I started speaking truth to words. Is that the way you say that? Truth to power. I became unafraid to speak the truth. While so many of y'all stuck your heads in the sand. So hear no evil, see no evil. Hear no evil, see no evil. Can't criticize a black man. You're either scared of being called a racist or you are one. There was no in between. And see, that's what empowers these people. They think all they got to do is no, we told you that was racist. You're not allowed to do that. And when you shut up and you're buying into that myth, when you agree to that, to those terms, that criticizing somebody that's terrible at their job is racist just because they're black, you're buying into that. He was terrible at his job. I mean, look at John Horn. We ain't criticized John but one time on this show, and it's over the police chief hire. And I believe that was out of his control. I believe that the people above him, I believe the people that paid to put him in office, I believe they had a lot to do with that woke white money. Oh, we need a strong, independent black women as the police chief. I believe they paid for that. That was them forcing their hand, the white liberals forcing their hand. Man, we got to have a black woman. But other than that, we ain't criticized John. So y'all can't sit here and tell me that I just don't like black politicians, because that ain't the case. As long as you do your job, the minimum requirements of your job, like, I don't know, keep the water running, keep the red lights working, keep the garbage picked up, the bar's low. I don't even expect the Democrats to quit killing one another. But I expect you to treat the police department with the respect it deserves. Like, keep it functional. With all that said, free the land, free the people. Oh, Free the Land tried to get his bribery trial thrown out yesterday. Let's talk about that when we come back from the break here. This is the Clay Edwards Show. I just want to say thank you. That was my love letter to Chokwe. I really do appreciate it. If you weren't so bad at your job, I would not exist. I would still be selling cars. Nothing wrong with selling cars, by the way. I just didn't enjoy doing it. I didn't enjoy working 12 hours a day. But because of you, Chalkway, I work 2 hours every morning. Now I work my ass off the rest of the day doing prep and doing this, and I've made a lot of sacrifices to do this. Make no mistake. The 2 hours I get to do this is the fun part of the job. All the prep that goes into it is the hard part. But you'll never hear me complain about any of this. I am so blessed beyond words to get to do this for a living. After doing the car lot stuff for 12 years, there's not a day I'll take this for granted. I woke up this morning, 5:30, my alarm went off. And not for 1 second on any day that I wake up at 5:30, even sometimes after my butt stayed up to midnight, watching TV when I needed to be in bed, playing on the internet, whatever, 5 hours sleep. I never once say, I don't want to do it today. I wake once the jarring of the alarm ends, I throw the covers off immediately. I never hit snooze. I get up because I know how lucky I am to get to do this. And I'm scared to death of losing it and having to go back to doing something I don't want to do. Text that screenshot of the 5-star review. The first person that does it, or the person that writes the best review, is getting the tickets to About Time Brawling. Text it to 769-241-1944. That's the Ellis Autoplex text line. This is the Clay Edwards Show. We will be right back. 103.9 WYAB.
Keep it tuned here to 103.9 WYAB.
When leaks, clogs, or cold showers slow you down, call on Anglin Plumbing, the plumbing experts who get the job done right the first time. Leaky faucet, sink, or toilet? Need a water heater installed? Call on Anglin Plumbing. You can always trust Anglin's reliable and hardworking technicians. Don't let plumbing headaches ruin your day. Call on Anglin Plumbing Service to get it fixed. And you can be a part of the team. Anglin Plumbing is now hiring. Learn more about Anglin Plumbing at anglinplumbing.com.
Your pool should be something you enjoy, not something you fight with. Hi, I'm Darren with Elite Pools. At Elite Pools, we do more than just service. We take care of everything your pool needs, from your routine maintenance to your full repairs, upgrades, and even complete transformations. If your pool needs a little attention or a fresh start, then Elite Pools can bring it back to life. Visit Elite Pools online at elitepoolsms.com. That's elitepoolsms.com. Or give us a call. At Elite Pools, we keep you swimming.
Hey guys, this is Casey Ellis with Ellis Autoplex, located on Highway 471 in Brandon. Ellis Autoplex, known as Little Truck City, is your old school mom and pop style dealership that's family owned and operated. We specialize in 4-wheel drive trucks, but don't worry, we have cars and SUVs too. Looking to sell your vehicle? Bring it by Ellis Autoplex, where we pay fair market value and we cut you a check on the spot. Need your vehicle service or repaired? We can handle that too. Shop us online or set your appointment at ellisautoplex.com. That's ellisautoplex.com.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
Located in Ridgeland and Flora, come see me, Jamie Creel, Shelter Insurance.
When it's time to get serious about work-ready equipment, come see me, Noah Sullivan, at H&H Chief Sales in Carthage. From rugged Big Tex trailers to durable CM and Legend X truck beds, H&H has what your truck needs to work harder and last longer. For the field, H&H carries reliable ag equipment from Salford, New Leader, and Chandler. Visit H&H Chief Sales in Carthage today or anytime at hhchiefsales.com. H&H, quality equipment, knowledgeable service, and solutions that work as hard as you do.
Got electrical problems? Marty Cowden and Cowden Electric are here for you. Cowden Electric is your trusted electrician, serving the Jackson area for 3 decades. Electrical repair, service, and home rewiring are just the start of what Cowden Electric can do. Cowden Electric also installs generators to keep your power going when everyone else's lights are out. Plus, LED lighting, remodels, new construction, no job is too small. Visit CowdenElectric.com today to see all that they do. Cowden Electric, powering your home and business.
For decades, you've known the name Martin's for good times, great food, and the best live music. Now that's happening at 2 locations, downtown Jackson and Livingston. Check the websites, martinslivingstonms.com and martinsdowntownjxn.com for the many special events and live music lineups. You can chill with friends on the big patio at the Livingston location and enjoy the Blue Plate lunches and nightly drink specials. Martin's, downtown and Livingston.
Looking for adventure, amazing food, and a little relaxation all in one place? You'll find it at Cypress Point Resort in Brandon. Load up the family and experience a real drive-through safari, petting zoo, and thrilling guided Jeep tours. Then slow it down with mouth-watering steaks at the steakhouse, or grab drinks and live music at the tavern. Planning a wedding or reunion? Cypress Point Resort has beautiful venues and cozy lodging. Ready for your big day or just a weekend escape? It's everything you love about the outdoors with a touch of luxury. Cypress Point Resort. Wild fun right around the corner.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards.
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show. 1039 WYAB. Streamer worldwide, Mazda Jackson live stream. Hey, this segment brought to you by our friends over at, how about our buddies at 042 Wine and Spirits right there, Brandon, Mississippi. Swing by anytime today, tomorrow, this weekend, and stock up on all of your favorite wine and or liquor. They got you covered. How about ready to drink cocktails? Man, they got a bunch of those too. They got all your favorite shots, little individual shot bottles. I'm growing fond of those. Man, they got it all right there. 042 Wine and Spirits. Over 400 different wines to choose from, 200 different bourbons and whiskeys, over 50 vodkas, 50 tequilas, 50 of a lot of different things. I'm trying to think of all the different liquors off the top of my head here. Look, they got a massive selection there. Some places are struggling. 042 shelves are full. Don't hesitate. Get by there today. You never know when it could be a little while before they're able to get something based on the disaster going on out there at the ABC warehouse. So swing by today. Swing by this weekend. Don't forget, they close at 8 o'clock. So that's just the city of Brandon thing. All the liquor stores over there got to close at 8. So just kind of plan on getting by there before 8 on the weekends. And, of course, Saturday night, closed on Sundays. 042 Wine and Spirits next to Sonny's Barbecue, Highway 80, Cross Gates, Brandon, locally owned, award-winning, best in Rankin County. 042 Wine and Spirits. All right, let's see here. Oh, yeah, Chalkway. Let's get back to that before I jump down any more rabbit holes. So, Chalkway trying to get his trial thrown out, because when all else fails, just tell him, I don't want to do this. Call him racist. File a motion to dismiss the case. That's what we'll do. I mean, we should have asked Sean, this is just the legal version of a Hail Mary. See if they'll just, I don't think it's going to work. Tell them free the land. Tell them it's racist if they don't. Tell them I'm black. That always works. Tell them call Trump a racist. That'll work. He would never admit it, but you know deep down inside. Because he's an idiot, but he ain't dumb. He knows. He knows that he regrets standing Trump up at those 2 museum grand openings back in 2017. Oh, yeah, he regrets that. When he decided, when he held a little press conference and all that, did all that grandstanding, all that black for a living, black pride, blackity, black grandstanding, and insinuated that it was disrespectful of Trump to come to the grand opening of a civil rights museum in Jackson, Mississippi. Well, what did Trump do that's racist? We told you he was racist. That's what he did. He came down that escalator. He replaced a black man as president. That's what he did. But there wasn't a black Democrat running. Well, Hillary Clinton was running. She keeps hot sauce in her purse, allegedly. She's not tired no more. Y'all know she's not black, right? You do know Kyle Rittenhouse didn't kill black people at the Black Lives Matter riots, don't you? You don't know that. Oh. You really? You didn't know that? So again, what did Trump do? You told us he was racist, and we were just supposed to believe you because that's the way it's always been. Yeah, well, breaking rules when necessary. But he does regret that. Ain't no doubt about it. He regrets not meeting Trump there as Trump is doling out pardons and all this other stuff to pander to black people. Please like me, black people. Please like me. I mean, Chokwe and Jody and Aaron, they screwed this thing up so bad that their trial is moving forward. What did Cat Williams say? I wish we were just streaming online right now so I could say the whole thing. What did Cat Williams say? Shouldn't have been talking. We'll say crap. Shouldn't have been talking crap. Shouldn't have been talking crap. A former Jackson mayor implicated in a federal corruption case has filed a motion seeking the charges against him to be dismissed. Now, this is the opening line on WLBT. This ain't from the AP. This ain't CNN. This is WLBT. A former Jackson mayor implicated. But, like there's any question who. Say Chokwe Antar Lumumba, former Jackson mayor. Like they're still swinging from his nads. He doesn't have any control over y'all anymore. You're like a domestic abuse victim who just can't let go of your abuser. It's okay. He can't hurt you anymore, WLBT. You don't have to keep kissing his ass. Oh, I see. CJ LeMasters co-wrote this. That's why. CJ's not allowed to criticize black people. He won't do it. Now, white cops in Rankin County, CJ's all on it. It would the headline, if this was about Brian Bailey or Dean Scott or Nick McClendon, the headline would have read, fill in the blank name, a Rankin County law enforcement officer. But because it's Chokwe, it's a black Democrat, a former Jackson mayor. But who? Last week, here's finally, second paragraph. Last week, Chokwe Antar Lumumba filed a motion to join and concur with Hinds County District Attorney Jody Owens' motion to dismiss. This is like when the Black Caucus or the City Council of Jackson does one of their resolutions. We're going to do a resolution. We're all going to sign it. We're going to do a resolution. And it means nothing. That's what this motion to dismiss means. Nothing. He has joined and concurs with Jody Owens to dismiss this thing. I bet they do. I bet they do concur that this should be dismissed. They're both looking at multiple years in prison and being disbarred when they get done. The motion came days after the former mayor filed a separate motion to dismiss, along with several exhibits, including the statement of qualifications related to a convention center development project at the center of the corruption case, as well as grand jury testimony from a special agent investigating the case. All those documents were filed under seal, meaning they cannot be accessed or read by the public. On March 6th, prosecutors asked for more time to respond to the motion. The court granted an extension on March 9th. Also on March 9th, the subpoena was returned seeking information from Wells Fargo Bank. The subpoena was submitted to the Corporation Services Company, a registered agent for the bank in Madison. The subpoena was signed by Lawrence Corral, a special agent with the FBI. Look, I'm not going to bore y'all to death reading all this. Clearly, I would assume that this motion to dismiss will be laughed at and thrown right out. I guess that's the response they're expecting. But you got to try, I reckon. And one tidbit that did come out of this is apparently we could be ready to go to trial as early as mid-April. I was expecting late June, July initially, and they said it would be summer of 26. We could have a spring of 26 trial. the trial of the century. This will be the biggest trial in Hinds County since Polo and Shadow. Man, let's run that one back again. Can we get one more Polo appeal trial just so we can get Shadow Robinson on the witness stand just one more time talking about his junk? I mean, 2 times was good, but 3 times would be the charm. I guess we'll just have to settle for Jody, Chokwe, and of course, little man, Aaron. Go sit at the kids table, Aaron. That's Sean's favorite line. I love it. Aaron actually decided to grow a set the other day, and he said, I got the quote somewhere in my phone in one of these WLBT articles. Aaron said, I run that committee. I'll decide what comes out of it and what stalls. I'm like, well, look at there. Look at Aaron deciding he didn't want to sit at the kids' table no more. This is the Clay Edwards Show. We'll be right back. We're going to give away them tickets when we come back to Brawling and Brandon. 103.9 WYAB.
.9 WYAB.
This is Central Mississippi's Stimulating Talk.
103.9 WYAB. Pocahontas, Jackson.
Hey guys, I have a secret for you. We notice when you're tired all the time. We notice when your drive is gone. We notice when you're just not feeling that into us. But here's the good news. It might not be your age. It might be your testosterone level. Hey y'all, I'm Morgan at Men's Health of Mississippi. We help men just like you. We specialize in giving you back your strength, your energy, stamina, and confidence. Don't settle for feeling less than your best. Call Men's Health of Mississippi today to find out what your testosterone level is. Trust me, we'll notice that too. Ladies, tired of running on empty, sleepless nights, mood swings, stubborn weight, skin that has lost its glow? It is not just getting older. It is your body begging for help. Hey, y'all, I'm Morgan at Women's Wellness of Mississippi. At Women's Wellness of Mississippi, we bring it all together. Hormone therapy, medical weight loss, and the latest, greatest aesthetic treatments like facials, lasers, Botox, and so much more. This is where wellness and beauty meet so that you can feel amazing inside and out. At Women's Wellness of Mississippi, the best version of you is waiting right around the corner.
Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is leveling up. A whole new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is now open at the Reservoir at Beethoven's Boardwalk in Ridgeland, right next door to Cock of the Walk. And the new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris will have all of your old favorites too, like the Acme Dynamite Balls and Garlic Knots, and the best specialty pizzas ever, like the Pig, the Sergeant Pepperoni, the Serpent Turf, and lots more. Come to the all-new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris location on the Res in Ridgeland, next door to Cock of the Walk.
Since 2012, Brentech Solutions has been keeping Central Mississippi businesses connected and protected. From secure data backup and cloud services with Synology to reliable network design and maintenance, servers, and business Wi-Fi, Brentech truly does it all. Brentech is your Ring Pro partner and smart home automation solutions provider. Brentech can handle Microsoft 365 support and even Starlink. Visit brentech.ms. That's brentech.ms. IT solutions that work.
Hey, Rankin County, swing by the locally owned and award-winning 042 Wine and Spirits on Highway 80 next to Sonny's Barbecue in Brandon today. We've got one of the largest selections around with over 200 bourbons and whiskeys to ignite your taste buds, more than 50 vodkas, 50-plus tequilas, 30-plus rums, and ready-to-drink cocktails, as well as premium scotches. And get this, we've got over 400 wines in stock for the perfect pairing anytime. Discover your new favorites today at 042 Wine and Spirits right next to Sonny's Barbecue, Highway 80, Cross Gates, Brandon.
For over 15 years, A1 Gear and Auto has been your hometown specialist for your auto repair and maintenance needs. From brake repair to placement to radiators, engines, starters, alternators, heat, and AC water pumps. And more, A1 will get your vehicle back up and running and on the road and in a timely manner. A1 is one of the only shops in the metro that specializes in rear differentials, rear ends, and rings and pinions. Call today to set up an appointment, or if you got questions, at 601-939-1060. A1 Gear and Auto, your hometown vehicle specialist.
Your roof is constantly exposed to the elements, battling dirt, algae, and stains. But with Watkins Construction and Roofing Roof Wash Service, you can keep it looking like new. A proprietary rooficide treatment is EPA approved, safe, and guaranteed to prevent algae from coming back for at least 2 years. No harsh chemicals, no damage, no black streaks. just a clean, beautiful roof that lasts. Call Watkins Construction and Roofing at 601-966-8233 or visit nomoreroofstains.com today.
Need a new car? Then march right over to Mazda of Jackson and spring in the savings. Get 1.9% financing for 63 months on all 2025 CX-5s, 2026 CX-90s, CX-50s, CX-70s, and Mazda 3s with approved credit. And get 1-year maintenance included on your new vehicle purchase. Don't wait another minute to experience Mazda's exhilarating performance, top-notch safety, and reliability. So get to Mazda of Jackson today, where pre-owned vehicles and hassle-free trade-in options are also available. Shop online or visit Mazda of Jackson, I-55 Frontage Road.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show. Let's see here. Anglin Plumbing. Reach out to those guys, Dylan and the team over there at Anglin Plumbing for all your plumbing needs, whether it's a service call, you got a stopped up toilet, backed up sink, garbage disposal not working, or doing a remodel, new construction, home, business, commercial property, doesn't matter. Anglin Plumbing can get you taken care of today. He's got 7 or 8 crews out running the roads, so they can get to you pretty quick. I don't want to get there and just start doing their booking for them, but I mean, you got 7 or 8 crews, you should be able to get to them pretty quick. Reach out to them today, anglinplumbing.com, and most importantly, they are hiring right now. So if you're looking to get into a new career, maybe you're plumbing somewhere else right now, they're not taking care of you. Dylan talking about starting pay $50,000 a year and more, depending on experience. So get over to anglinplumbing.com today. Reach out to them, get you an interview set up. And hey, no experience required. They will train the right people. So if you're looking to get a change of careers, maybe you've gotten into sales and you realize, you know what, this ain't for me. This ain't for me. I don't want to be stuck at a desk all day. Maybe you're doing some IT work and realizing that ain't for you. Reach out to Dylan Anglin. If you ain't scared to get a little dirty, ain't scared to work hard, you can be compensated well. anglinplumbing.com. That's ANGLIN. Let's give away some tickets to Bout Time Brawling's Big Brawling in Brandon this Saturday night. Brandon Civic Centers are calling it now. It's still City Hall live to me. So let's see. Let's see who sent us a text here. How dare y'all? Did nobody want to win these? Somebody said, what is an Apple podcast? All right, well, since nobody wanted to take the extra steps, I wasn't expecting that. Since nobody want to take the extra steps, first caller, 601-879-0002, wins the tickets to Brawling in Brandon this morning. We'll keep it simple. First caller, 601-879-0002, wins the tickets to Brawling in Brandon this weekend. I knew that wouldn't take long. Let's give away some tickets or get cussed out. We'll see whichever happens first. Hey, you're on there. Tell me you were calling for the tickets.
Man, I need them tickets.
You got them, buddy. You got them. Who am I talking to?
This is Patch Belcher.
Patch, what's up, brother? Well, look, I'm gonna put you on the list, and just Saturday night when you get there, you plus one.
Awesome, man. Hey, put my real name down there in case I check my driver's license like they do on the when you got to go vote.
You want to text it to me, or you want to tell me on the radio?
I'll text it to you.
Text it to me, brother. 769-241. You got it?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Text it to me, brother. Appreciate you. Congrats.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, brother. Have a good time. All right, good stuff there. Good stuff there. I understand not everybody wants to put the real name out on the radio, because there's crazy people out there. Trust me, I know. So we appreciate you guys for calling and listening this morning. I love to do stuff for y'all. I really do. We've been offered to give away tickets to other stuff before, but we're not a big operation out here. I mean, we are literally like the little radio station that could. We don't have a receptionist that sits here all day. We lock the door while we're here. I mean, it's just a small operation. We're all independent contractors. The radio station doesn't quote unquote pay us. We had to go out and sell these shows to make a living. We don't get a salary here for just showing up and making good content. You got to make good content, and you got to get out there and sell your show. I say all that to say, if I can't leave your name on a guest list, or you can't go by the business and pick up the prize, it's really hard for me to commit to doing that kind of stuff, because I don't want to have to catch up with you and meet up with you and do all that stuff. I ain't got time for that most of the time. And we never know if there's going to be anybody here or not. So that's why we don't do that too often. But as long as I don't have to physically be in control of tickets or gift cards or whatever you want to give away, I don't mind giving away stuff for folks. As long as, but you got to deal with the winners. That's how I look at it. So we appreciate everybody. We appreciate the Brawling and Brandon trusting the Clay Edwards Show to help promote their event. We may have some good concert tickets to start giving away here soon too. So y'all stay tuned for that. We're working on something that I think will be really cool for you all. Now I'm going to take the first pair off the top of any concert tickets we give away because, you know, I like concerts. But after that, I'm kidding. All right, let's see here. We've hit a few things. Let's do a little funny here. I've got something.
I think all of that is a very good signal.
What I thought was the case. Now, last week, when the Clintons went to Washington, and Bill Clinton dropped a little nugget on us, didn't he? Bill Clinton decided to roll the dice a little bit and cleared Donald Trump of any Epstein stuff. Now, look, whether you believe it or not, I do. I don't believe Donald Trump had anything to do with any of that crap. Whether you believe it or not, we can all agree that the Clintons have been some of Trump's biggest critics, which tells me they're guilty as hell. And I don't believe any of this butt kissing they're doing. I don't believe Trump was ever on those lists. I mean, I don't think he ever did anything. But I think the Clintons don't care to clear Donald Trump. It's not their responsibility to do it. They are in CYA mode, cover your ASS mode. And they're doing everything they can to kiss Trump's butt right now. Because Hillary Clinton, this is not AI. I repeat, this is not AI. Now, it could just be a combination of the fact she's such a war hawk that she's like, oh, we're blowing up Iran. Trump's really not a bad guy. Let's listen to Hillary right here. Glaze Donald Trump. I mean, I literally thought this was AI. It is not.
I think all of that is a very good signal that there is beginning to be a better understanding, both by the president and the people around him, as well as by the leaders of our European allies, that there can be common ground amongst us. And the kind of dismissiveness that we saw in the first Trump administration has been replaced by a much more obvious working relationship to the good of European security, transatlantic security, and hopefully Ukrainian security. So I'm actually encouraged.
So that right there is a woman who knows she ordered pizza with little kids, in my opinion, allegedly, of course. Because things I never expected to hear in the year of our Lord 2026 was Hillary Clinton speaking good on my great president, Donald J. Trump. Yeah, Trump, you know, he's doing a pretty good job. And she had to squeeze in that part about Ukraine. But I mean, other than that, so weird. We're living in strange times. Now, I took it upon myself to save several videos over here yesterday, and I should have labeled them because I don't know what I got here. Let's see what some of these other videos are here.
And we won.
Okay.
In New York.
Sorry. When I hit it like this, it just automatically starts playing. Now, we didn't cover this in live time because I had a guest in here. But this video right here is possibly, quite possibly, one of the greatest videos you will ever see. And if you're listening on the radio, I apologize, but you'll be able to hear. That's really the key here. You have a white liberal man in New York screaming about we need to have open borders and be more open and more diverse and all these things. As a Muslim terrorist uses him as a catapult to throw a dirty bomb at law enforcement. You can't make it up. So let's listen to him. And I'll narrate this thing a little bit here. I'll try to get a good freeze frame for you guys.
We were born and raised in New York, and we want everyone here to stay in New York. You don't get to come from outside and then tell everyone else.
The bomb. That is great. That is great. I mean, it's just this great spot right about, come on. Right there. I mean, the freeze frame is just perfect of him being over his shoulder, screaming Aloha snack bar, and throwing an IED at cops. Now, CNN was trying to pretend that Mondami, because this happened in front of, I call it Gracie Mansion. I guess it's where the mayor of New York gets a mansion. Not just the governor, the mayor gets a mansion too. The mayor of New York gets a mansion. This, I guess, is where Mondami lives or pretends to live or whatnot. And it was some anti-Muslim immigration protest going on out there. And, well, some Muslim immigrants from New Jersey. I mean, is there a bigger hellhole in the United States of America than New Jersey? I can't think of a place I would rather live less than New Jersey. At least California's got good weather and beaches. At least. New Jersey doesn't even have that. They got the Sopranos. I guess they got a football stadium that the two New York teams play in. But other than that, is there a bigger hellhole than New Jersey? I don't think so. I really don't. But CNN came out and what was it? They said that they were throwing the bomb at Mondami. They were throwing it at New York police officers, not Mondami. I mean, luckily they're idiots and the damn thing didn't explode. All right, let's take our last break of the day. Come back, land the plane for the day. It's been an interesting show. Kind of all over the place today. I did a bunch of show prep, but last night was just one of those nights where it just wasn't a lot of low-hanging fruit that other than the Pearl thing and the Lumumba thing that just really excited me to talk about today. There was a story that I see here that I missed that I did want to talk about. We'll save it for tomorrow. But I talked about it earlier in the week. I do want to circle back to this hair colors, watercolor salon situation where they're suing a former stylist over an NDA, not an NDA, I'm sorry, over a non-compete. I just wanted to have a broader conversation about that, but I guess we could do that tomorrow. And I've gotten a lot of traction online about the video I did about, or the segment on the show I did about the lobbyist signing the secret deal to get a cut of traffic ticket revenue. Apparently, I've upset some people with that. Well, look, I didn't write the story. The Ocean Spring, the Gulf Coast Live wrote the story. I just gave my opinion on it. My opinion is it's dirty. People don't like it. That's why people don't like lobbyists. That's why people don't like politicians. It's because of crap like that. You mad that we called it out? Eat crap, die angry. We'll be right back. This is the Clay Edwards Show. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all. Congrats to the ticket winner patch. Appreciate all the likes, love, shares, comments. Been a fun show today. I got hot. Time to cut the air conditioner on up in here. Y'all be blessed. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Shout out to the mod, Justin, for moderating on YouTube for us too, by the way. Y'all go see him at Martin's today for the Blue.